Hi, I'm going to record a video of just a really nice, simple strength training workout that you can follow, and it's basically full body, working arms, legs, lower body, upper body. It's a nice kind of 30-minute workout that you can do at home following this video. So let's get started. I'm using my dumbbells because you'll see in a lot of the videos I do, I use a lot of my bar and slightly heavier weights. So I've got my dumbbells set up, but you can grab, if you've got more like a kettlebell and these kind of standard dumbbells, go ahead and grab them and use them. These are my heaviest kettlebell is a 12 kg, and my heaviest dumbbells like this are 3 kgs. So these are probably where you want to start if you're new to strength training. Otherwise, I'm going to be going for slightly heavier and we'll work through it as we go. So we're going to come to working the lower body. So my dumbbells are 8 kgs. So I've got two 8 kgs, so I'm using 16 in total. So we're going to work through nice and steady, a few rounds, doing about 10 reps. So the first one we're going to come to is our deadlift. So I'm going to grab my 8 kgs. So deadlift, I'm going to stand sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I've got a slight bend in my knees and I'm just going to hinge at my hips with a little bend. So I'm going to take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just take a little break. So you'll see from this move, it's just a little bend in the knees. We're hinging at the hips. We're getting into that lower back and those glutes. And we're just taking the weights down as low as feels good. So you could be doing the same with your kettlebell. It's probably slightly easier, or you can use your dumbbells. Mine are a little bit clunky, but I just wanted to go a little bit heavier. So you see that movement, that's where we're working. So we're working all this area here. So that was our first set. We're going to come for our second. So round 2, another 10. So get that core in, roll the shoulders back and down, and we're going to work through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, just bring it up to rest. So we're just keeping it nice and relaxed here, but really switched on in this core area. Feet are about hip width. I take mine a little bit wider just because my dumbbells are a bit clunkier, so I'm just working with it. So we're doing 3 sets of each exercise, aiming for about 10 reps. Like I say, it's nice. We start with the lower body, so we're really activating the glutes, getting everything switched on as we take the workout through. So we're going to come to that final set. So nice and strong core in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Bring the weights down. Perfect, so that's first. We've gone through our deadlift. So like I say, you can start, if you have a heavier kettlebell, that's the key. start low and see how the body feels. The aim is, so I'm using 16. When I use my bar, I use a lot heavier. So using a lot heavier, 3 sets is quite a nice, comfortable 3 sets of 10 reps is a nice, comfortable place to be. But we want to be, once we're getting used to the exercise, working a little bit heavier. Now we're going to come to our squat. So we're going to grab our dumbbells. Again, I'm going just slightly outside of hip width here. Toes pointed forward. We're coming to what we call like a suitcase squat. So the bum's coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First set done. So you see we're sitting as low as we can. So the bum's coming out behind. Keeping the chest nice and high. Bringing it through. If you've got a kettlebell, you can just maybe take the legs a little bit wider, maybe come to more of a sumo squat, and you're going to bring it down in the middle. You can do that as well with the dumbbells if you prefer, so you can come to a slightly wider squat, or you can keep it narrow, coming to the squat with weights on either side. So we've got 2 more sets to go. So I'm going to grab the weights, I'm going to lock in that core, then I'm going to lower and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 rounds through, 1 to go. So this is a nice kind of 30-minute workout. If you're pushed for time, you can cut it back, doing a couple of sets rather than 3 sets. So you can make it work. Sometimes it's nice with a workout, you can do 1 set of each of the exercises we do. And then if you've got time, you can do it another round and then another round. That's a nice way of doing it if you're not sure how much time you've got, if you're working around kids. Otherwise, if you're looking for a longer workout on weekends when you've got like a little bit more time to yourself, that's where I would use a little bit heavier, and I would do 4 sets of 10 reps. So that workout would normally take me about 45 minutes, and then I do a slightly longer core. So that could be an hour. So it's depending on what works for you and how you're feeling. So we're going to come to that final set of squats. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. So we're doing 6 exercises. So 3 focus more on our lower body, 3 where I'm going to use the lighter weights, focus more on our upper body. So the next one we are coming to is we're coming to our rows. This is where you're going to gauge how it feels, because this weight for me feels quite heavy. So we're just going to take it nice and steady. So the weights, we're sitting down as if we're going to sit on a chair, so bums out but chest high. Weights are in front of the knees, and we're going to row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like I said, we're sat back, core switched on, chest high. So with my core and my glutes now nice and warm, it's going to protect my lower back. As I bring the weights up to the bust, the elbows are coming back. So it's that nice, strong, high row. So we've done one set, we've got 2 to go. So next, grab the weights. So again, hip width, sink back, weights in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you've always got water. Keep really hydrated throughout. So we've just got one more set of these to go. And this is our last set using our heavier weight for our lower body. Okay, let's go. Weights up, sink back, core engaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Okay. So that's lower body done using our heavier weights. Just have a little bit of move. Now we're going to come to upper body. A lot of people struggle with upper body. Arms, we're always complaining our arms are a lot weaker. That's why we're going to drop the weight and we're going to take it slow and steady. So the weight I've got, my dumbbells are 6s. So when I use my bar, I use a little bit heavier, not much heavier to be fair. A nice place, so a lot of my clients would use my 3 kgs to begin with. So 6 in total. And then we'd aim to move up to about a 5 kg, so 10 kg in total. So it's all just building it up with time and doing as much as you can. So we're going to come through similar. We've got 3 moves. We've got an overhead press, then we've got a bicep curl, and then we've got an upright row. So the way we're going to work these is rather than doing the 3 sets all the way through each one, we're going to do a set of each of those 3 times. For me, I feel like my arms just work a little bit better if I'm not overloading on each set 3 times and mixing it up a little bit. So we're coming to that overhead press. So lock that core in, bring those arms up. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see the core is nice and strong and we're just lifting and lowering, really controlling that move. We want to keep that core strong because we want to keep engaged, the weight's coming up and down and we're not kind of leaning back or too far forward. So if you find you're really struggling, keeping that core engaged, that's maybe a sign just to lower the weight, build up a good, nice structure before you then take the weight a little bit heavier. So the second one we're coming to is our bicep curl. So again, a little bend in the knees, that's helping me switch on my core and it's helping my glutes kick in. And we're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. There we start easy and feel a lot harder as you get through. And then the next one we're coming to is our upright row. So like I say, we're working all the areas of the arms and shoulders. You can do 3 sets of the overhead press, 3 of the, my body just likes the change because I feel it more on my arms. So I feel like doing 1 set of each one 3 times just works a little bit better and my body enjoys it a little bit more. So we're going to come to that upright row. So I'm going to sit into my glutes, really switch on my core. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should see with this, I sit down, so I'm really engaged, and I lead with the elbow. So the weights are coming up to the bust. You're really controlling the move. So you're rolling the shoulder blades up. Bicep curl, you're tucking elbows in, and you're bringing it up, controlled, and releasing it, controlled. Full range of movement. First time, the form may not be completely there, so you just take it down, use lower weight, and maybe don't do as many reps. As you start to build that technique and you feel stronger, that's when you start to progress. The idea is, with the weights you're using, it should feel difficult, especially that third set. So that's an idea of how heavy. You don't want to whiz through 3 sets finding it really easy. You want to be finding this difficult. So we're going to come back through second round. We're going to come to that overhead press. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a little breather. So we're coming to the bicep curls. Second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. And then the final one we've got our upright row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little break before we come to our final round. So like I say, dumbbells are probably the most versatile to have because you can use it for all the exercises. Kettlebells are really good to have if you want a nice heavy kettlebell where you want to do your squats and your deadlifts. They're just easier to handle sometimes. A good starting point is probably a 15 kg kettlebell, 5 kg dumbbells. That's going to be hard, and I wouldn't expect that that's your starting point to be getting through the whole workout, but it's working nice and hard. So we've got that final set to go. Overhead press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, coming to bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got that final set of upright row. See, I just find doing this exercise in these little stints of 3 works. I feel like if I come to 3 sets of 10 on one, I literally will struggle to make it to the end, where I feel like if I come through the 3 together in this way, it just works a little bit better. It's the same with the abs workout I do. I do 3 exercises that you can do 3 sets of, or like I'll record later, you can do it in this kind of routine, which makes it feel a little bit better. So last set of upright rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's the workout complete. So like I say, those 6 exercises would be my go-to exercises that I do on repeat every workout. It works well that you can then start to improve your technique, increase your weight, and then you can add slightly different things in. Like some days I'll be doing my lunges, but that is a perfect starting point for 3 lower exercises, 3 upper exercises that work the full body. Give it a go. Message in the comments any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help.